Yes, very good afternoon, my dear friends. Dosto, good afternoon. Right, come on. So, friends, we're dealing with the topic of what? PGBP. What is the full form of PGBP? Profits and gains from business or profession. Profits and gains from business or profession. Profit means what? Income minus expense. Gain refers to what? Unexpected income in the course of business or profession. Now, what is business? Business includes any trade, commerce, manufacture, or any adventure in the nature of trade, commerce, or manufacture. Correct? No? Trade means what? Buying and selling of goods. Commerce aids to trade. Manufacture, produce. याद है ना? Water became chilled water. Water became ice. Shampoo bottle to shampoo packet. Good. Profits and gains of business or profession. Chala beta. Yes, my dear friends. What is section 28? Chapter section for PGBP, which clearly says any income arising from business or any income arising from profession. Any income arising from business or profession we tax under PGBP, including business compensation. And we know that business compensation we tax under PGBP, compensation on capital we tax under capital gains, interest on compensation under income from other sources. दोस्तों clear है? Done. Section 29. Computation. Do we have to remember this? याद रखना है क्या ऐड करना है क्या लेस करना है बस we know the logic, we'll get the clarity on that. Section 30. Expense related to building, which could be repairs, rent, and also important point called municipal tax. And municipal tax is covered in which section? 43B. Matlab, deduction is allowed only if they are paid on or before due date of return of income, even though you follow accrual system. चलो बेटा 43B में क्या क्या covered है बोलो? Any tax, duties, cess, fees, then bonus or commission, then leave encashment, then employer contribution to provident fund, next amount paid to Indian Railways for use of railway assets. All these are covered in 43B. That means for these expenses, deduction will come only if they are actually paid before due date of return of income. If they are paid after due date of return of income, deduction will come in next year, disallowed in current year. Good. 31. Repairs and insurance for plant, machinery and furniture. Next section we spoke a lot yesterday. Depreciation. So many problems we solved. I think we got full clarity now on 32. Everyone? Good. 32.2. Unabsorbed depreciation. 35. Scientific research. Next. इतना पढ़ा है अंकल? ठीक नहीं वो तो जाएंगे अभी. So are we clear to this point, everybody? Let me move forward. Next section, my dear friends. Section 35D. Amortization of preliminary expenses. Come on guys, what is that word I wrote? Amortization of what? Preliminary expenses. Friends, heard this word called preliminary expenses? इसका मतलब क्या है? उसको प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन एक्सपेंस बोलते हैं. प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन में प्रिलिमिनरी में फर्क क्या है? Wonderful, that is the answer. Preliminary expense is the expense that is incurred prior to incorporation for the purpose of incorporation. समझिएगा बेटा? Come on, repeat the line again. Preliminary expenses are those expenses which are incurred prior to the incorporation for the purpose of incorporation. Are we getting clarity, everybody? Law is telling this preliminary expenses what you have incurred, we will give deduction in five equal installments. Chalo guys, deduction will come in installments. That means 1/5, 1/5. Correct, my dear friends. But there is a maximum limit given in the law, which is 5% of cost of project. Chalo guys, what is the word I wrote? 5% of what? Cost of project, or 5% of capital employed. क्या लेंगे आप? Whichever is higher or lower? Five percent of cost of project, 5% after whichever is higher. And in case of other than companies, what beta? Other than companies, they clearly told 5% of cost of project. Project refers to your fixed assets involved, plus your long-term borrowings. Everything will come under cost of projects. All assets what you have employed will come under cost of projects. Capital employed matlab your issued share capital. Friends, getting clarity, everybody? Which section all this? 35D deals with what? Amortization of preliminary expenses. Kitne bada deduction? In case of companies, what is the limit? 5% of cost of project or 5% of capital employed, whichever is higher. Other than companies, 5% of cost of project. जो लिमिट अपने को रहेगा उसका डिडक्शन कितना साल मिलेगा? 5 years, because 5 equal installments. Getting clarity? Pretty simple points. Then moving to the same clause 35D, my dear friends. Expenses on amalgamation or demerger. Come on, what is that word, sir? Expenses on what? Amalgamation or demerger. Law is telling with respect to expense on amalgamation or demerger, law clearly told deduction is allowed in our installments. 5 installments, same story. So getting clarity? In the same lines, again we have got section 35 DDA. Expenses towards VRS. Friends, what is VRS? Voluntary retirement scheme. मतलब क्या है? Exactly. Some employee has retired, company has given some amount of 10 lakhs, let us say, for voluntary retirement. Law is telling here also deduction is allowed in 5 equal installments. Chalo beta. Here also deduction allowed on installments, 5 equal installments. In this section also, my dear friends, law clearly told that deduction is allowed in 5 equal installments. Voluntary retirement scheme. क्या डिस्कस कर रहे भाई? क्या बोल रहे? Sir, we clear this point, everybody? Friends, please reply. That's all, my dear friends. Let me tell you, we are done with specific deductions, except one section called 35AD. What is 35AD? specified business, याद है क्या कुछ? Set off carry forward, that word has come. If there is any loss from specified business, we will set off only with profit from specified business. Remember that word? So first listen. List we will not write in notes, not required, but we understand the concept. 35 AD is what business? What is the importance of this specified business? So generally when we buy an asset, when we buy an accounts में क्या करते हैं हम लोग? हाँ, बैलेंस शीट में asset दिखाएंगे और P&L में depreciation claim करेंगे, बराबर है ना? Income tax is telling for specified business straight away 100% deduction is allowed. Deduction कितना आएगा बेटा? 100% deduction is allowed for capital expenditure. I repeat again. कितना मिलेगा बेटा? 100% deduction is allowed for capital expenditure, except land, goodwill, and financial instrument. I repeat again. 100% reduction is allowed for what expenditure, sir? 100% reduction is allowed for capital expenditure, except land, goodwill, and financial instruments. Getting clarity? Next. Capital expenditure incurred prior to commencement. Capital expenditure incurred prior to commencement is also allowed. Is also allowed if capitalized in the books of accounts. समझे क्या बेटा पॉइंट? दोस्तों बोलो. थोड़ा फर्स्ट पॉइंट भी रोट्स. 100% reduction is allowed for capital expenditure, except what? Land, goodwill, financial instrument. Next. Capital expenditure incurred when prior to commencement is also allowed. If what my difference? Capitalized in the books of accounts. So getting clarity. So please reply. Good. Next. It must generally be new plant and machinery. Listen here. Old can be maximum 20%. Old can be maximum. And next line you see here, no? Second hand imported. Second hand imported is regarded as new plant and machinery. If not used till now in India. Sir, I'm sure you got this line, no? Second hand imported is regarded as new plant and machinery if not used till now in India. Disturbance are. So getting my point, everybody? So with section all this 35 AD, this is what? Specified business. So generally, when we buy some capital expenditure, what we do in accounts, we show capital in the balance sheet and claim what? Depreciation. But 35 AD specifies that for certain specified business, for certain what? Specified business, you need not create asset and take depreciation. We will give 100% reduction in income tax. समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? कितना reduction मिलेगा income tax में? 100% reduction will come in income tax. 100% reduction will come in income tax. दोस्तों बोलो बेटा, 100% reduction will come in income tax for capital expenditure, except land, goodwill, financial instrument, and if it's incurred prior to commencement. still we can take deduction. If it is capitalized, correct my dear friends, and this deduction is only for what? New plant and machinery. Old can be maximum. Exactly. Second and imported is regarded as new plant and machinery. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? दोस्तों बोलो ना यार. And let me tell you one point. In this, what businesses are covered? Just to make you understand. Cold chain facility, warehousing agricultural produce, warehousing of sugar, hotel of at least 100 beds. Hotel of at least 2-star and above, hospital with at least 100 patients, patient beds. यार कुछ आता रहा क्या? Cross country pipeline network, slurry pipeline for transportation of iron ore, slum redevelopment rehabilitation. Sir, these are all called as what business? For which reduction will come at the rate of 100% for capital expenditure, except land, goodwill, financial instrument. समझ में आ रहा क्या? ओपनिंग मटेरियल. चलो पेज नंबर 56. Wonderful. दिख रहा है क्या? See now. 100% reduction for capital expenditure, except what beta? Land, goodwill and financial instrument. Chalo, let's see what are the business. Cold chain facility, warehousing for storage of what? Agricultural produce, cross country natural gas, crude or petroleum oil pipeline network. So समझे क्या? Laying and operating a cross country natural gas, crude or petroleum oil pipeline network. Correct, no? Next, building and operating new hotel of what? 2-star and above category. Next, hospital, 100 beds per patient, slum redevelopment or rehabilitation, affordable housing scheme. दोस्तों repeat again. चलो फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या था? Cold chain facility, then warehousing agriculture produce, then cross country natural gas, crude oil petroleum network, then hotel of 2-star and above, then hospital with 300 patient beds. Next point, slum redevelopment or rehabilitation, affordable housing scheme. Next, inland container depot or container freight station under Customs Act, where they store the containers. Inland container depot, container freight station. Then beekeeping. What is beekeeping? Honeybees. Beekeeping, production of honey and what? Beeswax. Warehousing facility for storage of sugar. Slurry pipeline for transportation of iron ore. Semiconductor wafer fabrication manufacturing unit. Wafer is not your chocolate vanilla wafers. That is basically inside your TV. There are some chips. Anti-diode chips. Plus minus chips. They are called semiconductors. Okay. Next point is what? Developing or maintaining and operating or developing, maintaining and operating a new what facility? Then production of, exactly. Getting clarity? दोस्तों एक 5 बोलो. Cold chain facility, warehousing agriculture produce, warehousing sugar, hospital, 100 patient beds, hotel, 2-star and above, beekeeping, production of honey and beeswax, production of fertilizer, slum redevelopment or rehabilitation, affordable housing scheme, slurry pipeline, cross country natural gas pipeline. एग्जाम में एक बार 4 मार्क क्वेश्चन आया था. राइट एनी 4-5 स्पेसिफाइड बिजनेस पूछे थे. राइट एनी 5 पूछे, 4 नहीं 5 पूछे. 5 को 4 मार्क. But one very important point. See now, for a period of how many years beta? It must be used only for, exactly, for a period of 8 years. It must be used only for specified business. If violated, if what? Then deduction taken earlier as reduced by what? Shall be taxable. लॉजिक क्या है इसका? अगर आप डिडक्शन नहीं लेते थे तो डेप्रिसिएशन लेते थे ना बेटा. तो लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं? वॉट एवर डिडक्शन यू एंजॉयड माइनस डेप्रिसिएशन दैट यू कुड हैव एंजॉयड, बैलेंस ओनली यू पे टैक्स. गॉट इट नो? स्पीक आउट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. डन. 35D क्या है बेटा? अमॉर्टाइजेशन ऑफ व्हाट? प्रीमियम एक्सपेंसेस. चलो 5% of cost of project, 5% of capital employed. At the option of company, obviously what will you take? Non-corporate cost of projects. See here, come on. Capital employed, issue share capital, debentures plus long term. समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? Deduction, how much ever is qualifying, how much ever is actual. दोस्तों, what is qualifying? 1/5 of that limit. Limit क्या है? 5% of cost of project or 5% of capital, whichever is higher. Non-corporate, 5% of cost of project. दोस्तों clear है? Which section all this? Next 35DD. What is that? Amalgamation or demerger. बेटा लिखा है ना मैंने. कितने installments? मतलब 1/5. DDA, VRS कितने इंस्टॉलमेंट्स? मतलब 1/5. समझे क्या? फ्रेंड्स कम ऑन प्लीज रिप्लाई बेटा एवरीवन. guys, so as I told you already, section 30 to 35 deals with specific deductions. Come on, 30 to 35 deals with 30 to 35 deals with specific deduction. समझे क्या? 36 deals with other deduction. 37 deals with general deduction. समझे क्या बेटा? चलो 30 to 35 में क्या पढ़े बेटा हम लोग? फटाफट. Come on दिव्या. What is section 30? Expense related to building. 31. Repairs, insurance for plant, machinery and furniture. 32. 32(2). 35. Scientific research. 35D. Amortization of preliminary expenses. 35AD. Specified business. 35DD. Amalgamation or demerger. 35DDA. Expenditure towards VRS. Online. Are we clear? Reply. बोलो. 30. क्या है सर? रोते रोते बोल रहे क्या यार? Expense related to building. 31. Repair essential for plant, machinery and furniture. 32. 32(2). Unabsorbed depreciation. 35. 35D. Amortization of preliminary expenses. 35AD. Specified business. 35DDA. VRS. 35DD. Is clear, no? बेटा बोलो. What is section 45(1)? 45(1)(a). 1B. 2. Conversion of capital into stock in trade. 45(3). Partner to firm. 45(4). 45(5). 45(5)(a). Section 50. Capital and depreciable assets. 50B. 50C. Stamp duty value in case of land and building. Correct, no? Section 30. 32(2). 35AD. DDA. VRS 5 installments. DD. Amalgamation demerger. Again 5 installments. 35D. Premium expenses, again 5 installments, but maximum limit है 35. पहले एक मस्त सेक्शन था, मजा आता था पढ़ाने में. अभी क्या है हूँ? 31. Repairs insurance for plant machinery and furniture. 32. That's it. Are we clear with this, everybody? Speak out. 36. We will talk after 5 minutes. 37 will complete now. Okay? 36 I'm not going to make you write. I'll make you write only the important points in the notes. We have prepared a chart in the notes. From that we'll see. Okay? 37.1. General deduction. Sir, name only says what deduction बेटा? मतलब क्या है? इसमें कोई पॉइंट नहीं है, सिर्फ कंडीशन है. सुनो बेटा, कंडीशन नंबर 1 not covered under section 30 to 36. Wow, what a condition. Correct, no? It's already covered there. Why do you want 37? Number 2. It is not personal. It is not capital. It is incurred during previous year. Wholly and exclusively for business purpose. Not in the nature of any violation or offense prohibited by any law. So got this point, everybody? Chalo guys, what conditions I wrote? Not covered 30 to 36. It is not personal. It is not capital. It is incurred during previous year, wholly for business purpose, and not in nature of what? Violation of law. Correct? No? Speak out. Can you give some examples for this? That's it. Trolley expenditure. Very good. Or salaries paid to staff. अरे यार, होटल एक्सपेंसेस. अच्छा, मेरा एग्जाम्पल ले रहे पूरा. होटल एक्सपेंसेस, ऑफिशियल पर्पस. ठीक है. और कैन आई क्लेम डिडक्शन फॉर दिवाली पूजा एक्सपेंसेस? Definitely answer is yes. If puja is done at office. If it's at home, it's not allowed. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Bonus to staff. Speak out. Increments. Yes. Everything I'll claim. Speak out, friends. But two important points where they told expenditure incurred. Expenditure incurred towards CSR. Heard this in company law? Section 135 of Companies Act. क्या? 2% of last 3 years. Expenditure incurred towards CSR is what बेटा? Not allowed. Is not allowed. एक एक्ट बोल रहा है खर्चा करो, ये एक्ट बोल रहा है डिडक्शन नहीं देंगे. करेक्ट? नो? Number 2. Expenditure incurred by pharma companies towards freebies, not honeybees. Freebies. What is freebies? Free samples given to medical practitioner, nothing but doctor, is not allowed. Why they told not allowed? Because this is in violation of Indian Medical Council law. As per Indian Medical Council regulation, pharma company cannot give freebies like that to doctors. And once we say it is violation of law, what will happen? Not allowed. CSR we can't take deduction in PGBP, but if that CSR spending what you are doing is covered under 80G donations, you take there. But you can't take in PGBP as an expense. समझ गए ना? Done. So are we clear with this point, everybody? दोस्तों बोलो ना यार. Next. There is something called 37 2B. What is section number? 37 2B. It says expenditure incurred towards advertisement in a souvenir, brochure, pamphlet, tract, published by political party is not allowed as what beta? Deduction. Friends, are we clear with this point, everybody? Come on, what we wrote? Advertisement in a souvenir, brochure, pamphlet, tract, published by what? Political party is not allowed as deduction under PGBP. समझे क्या? But it can be claimed under section 80GGB or 80GGC. समझे? What is GGB? Company to political party. GGC, other than company to political party. You cannot take in PGBP, but you can take there. Friends, are we clear with this point, all of us? Everyone, please reply. Pakka clear with this? Sure. Chalo done, come on. Tell me, guys, what is section 28? Chapter for PGBP. 29. Competition. 30 beta. Expenses related to building. 31. Repairs and insurance for plant, machinery and furniture. 32. 32 2. Unabsorbed depreciation. 35. Scientific research. 35. AD. Specified business. Correct, no? Everybody. 35D. Amortization of preliminary expenses. 35DD. Expense on amalgamation or demerger. 35DDA. VRS. 37.1. General deduction. 37.2B. Advertisement in a brochure of political party. समझे ना बेटा? So in P&L account, if you see sales tax penalty, क्या करेंगे? GST penalty, because any penalties are not allowed because violation of law. Not allowed means क्या करेंगे उसको? Add back. It's taken in P&L, but it is not allowed. तो क्या करके मतलब? Add back. दोस्तों क्लियर है ना? सबको समझ में आ रहा ना दोस्तों? पक्का? Good. Next. Section 36 deals with what beta? Other deductions. Chalo. Open a material, come on. See now. 3611. For first one, insurance premium on the risk of damage or destruction of what? Stock. Simple terms, insurance on stock in trade. Insurance on. Second point, insurance premium on life of cattle. First point is insurance on stock in trade. Second point is insurance on life of cattle. Example, who will take on cattle? Dairy farms. And they brought this cause specifically for Gujarat Milk Cooperative Society. Amul. समझे क्या? Federal Milk Cooperative Societies. Deduction allowed in the year of payment. Next, insurance premium paid on whom? Health of employees. Insurance premium paid on health of employees. Payment should be made by any mode other than cash under an approved scheme of GIC or a scheme framed by any insurer and approved by IRDA. It's getting clarity. Please speak out. Come on, what is the first point? Insurance on. Then next one, what we discussed. Insurance on life of cattle. Then insurance for health of employees. Next point, very, very important. Bonus or commission paid to employees. क्या लिखा है? Allowed as deduction only if it is not payable as profit or dividend. And next point is the most important. Payment should be made before due date of a return of income. 43B. Yesterday, when we discussed 43B, did we write bonus or commission there? Please check. We wrote. Guys, we wrote or not? इसका मतलब क्या है? Deduction will come only if it is paid. When? On or before due date of return of income. Next. Interest on borrowed capital. आपने लोन लिया है, उस पर इंटरेस्ट पे कर रहे, उसका भी डिडक्शन मिलेगा ना दोस्तों? और ये लाइन देखो, amount borrowed from financial institution, any loan or advance from banks, interest should be paid on or before due date of filing return, subject to section 43B. Yesterday we wrote this. Check, check, check. Clear now? Next. Interest on delayed payment to SSI will not be allowed as deduction. SSI was actually small scale industry, but not just to them. To everybody is not allowed. Simple terms you write about here. Interest is allowed, but interest on interest is not allowed. Are we clear with this point, everybody? Interest is allowed, but what is not allowed? Interest on interest is not allowed. Fourth point, you see this line, already you can understand easily. So what is AS 16? ग्रुप 1 में, ग्रुप 2 में ही है, 1 में है, और आधे लोगों को नाम ही नहीं मालूम है सर. क्या डेंजर लोग हैं यार. A16 is what? Borrowing cost, qualifying asset. सुने ये सब. See this word. Interest on the capital borrowed from purchase of asset paid from the date on which capital was borrowed up to the date asset was put to use is not allowed as deduction. Q? Why not allowed? Because it added to the cost of asset. अरे यार, interest on loan taken to buy the asset from the date of loan till asset is put to use shall be capitalized. समझ में आ रहा नहीं आ रहा? बोलो. Speak out बेटा. Next one. Discount on what bonds? Zero coupon bonds. What is zero coupon bond? Issued at discount, redeemed at. Exactly. Getting clarity? Friends, please reply. Now listen. Next point. There is employer. So there is an employer. There is an employee. And we are talking about something called RPF. What is RPF? Who will contribute? Employee will contribute. Employer also will make matching contribution. Practically क्या होता है sir? When employer is paying salary to employee, he will deduct from employee's salary PF of employee, and employer will add money from his pockets and then pay to the government. Government means PF authority. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? और एक बार वो अमाउंट कट के एम्प्लॉयर ने ले लिया वो पैसा, that is income for employer. Speak out, my dear friends. Law is telling when employer, listen first, then you write it also. First listen. When employer is paying salary to employee, imagine 2 lakh is deducted towards employee contribution to PF. कौन डिडक्ट किया? कितना डिडक्ट किया? Law is telling the moment you deduct this 2 lakhs is income for employer. तू लिया ना उससे, तू लेते तेरे लिए इनकम है. वो बोल रहा है अरे 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 मेरे लिए इनकम क्यों है? मैं दूंगा ना पीएफ वाले को. जब तू देगा तू एक्सपेंस ले. When you give it to PF authorities, claim expense. But the moment you cut, it is your income. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? दोस्तों बोलो. Now, what employer will do is, he will add his contribution of what? He will add his contribution of 2 lakh. And entire 4 lakhs, he will deposit PF authority. Now in this 4 lakh, there is 2 lakh employer contribution, 2 lakh employee contribution. Do you agree to that? Speak out. First point, when the 2 lakh was deducted from the employee's salary, that became income for employer. Yes or no? Then law is telling when employer is contributing to provident fund from his own pocket, this must be deposited on or before due date of return of income. समझे क्या? Speak out. This must be deposited on or before due date of PF Act. In simple terms, due date as per respective law. It is PF, PF Act, Pension, Pension Act, Gratuity, Gratuity Act. समझे क्या बेटा? Friends, speak out. I repeat once again, listen very, very clearly. When employer is paying salary to the employee, he deducted 2 lakhs. Law is telling, boss, the moment you deduct, it's income for you. The moment you deduct, it is income for you. And tomorrow when you deposit, take deduction. But when you have to deposit, if it is employer contribution, you have time till due date of return of income. But जो पैसा तू employee से लिया, उसके लिए टाइम लिमिट कब तक है? Respective Act. समझेगा बेटा? दोस्तों बोलो. Everybody, I want this in your book. But I'll give an example. One more example, listen. Employer deducted 2 lakhs from employee salary towards employee contribution to PF. ये समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Speak out, my dear friends. And this transaction was in March 2023. And let me tell you, March के लिए due date है 15th April. As per PF Act. यार बोलो ना यार. Now what employer has done is, the moment you this 2 lakhs is deducted, first of all, 2 lakhs is income for employer. Bolo. Then what has happened is, employer has paid 2 lakh plus 2 lakh. 2 lakh मतलब own. 2 lakh to PF on 25th May 2023. समझे क्या बेटा? Speak out. Straight point. This 2 lakh. Can he claim deduction? Speak out. Definitely answer is yes. Why? उसके लिए time is there till return of income. This 2 lakhs. Can he claim deduction? Why? After due date of PFH. समझ में आया concepts? Very, very important. And we all know that PGBP will come as a part of total income question. Clear है ना? उसमें adjustments पूछते हैं ये सब. समझ में आ रहा सबको? लिख लो. You can put the title as employer-employee contributions. Employer and employee contribution. Done? Can I scroll it? So in short, you have to understand that for employer contribution, there is time till due date of what? Return of income. But for employee contribution, the time is only till due date of respective act. So done. So for employer contribution, time is there till due date of return of income. But for employee contribution, due date as per respective act. दोस्तों clear है? चलो get back. Come on. Contribution to RPF superannuation fund. Payment should be made when? Made when, my dear friends? Before due date of return of income. Correct है ना? Next. Employer contribution towards pension fund. Maximum 10% is allowed. Gratuity fund. 8.33% is allowed. Pension कितना allowed है? Pension 10%. Gratuity. Next point, very, very important. Contribution from employees towards welfare fund account. अभी देखें ना आप लोग दोस्तों, due date under relevant act for the relevant fund. समझे क्या? क्लासिक एग्जाम्पल पीएफ, इसलिए पीएफ का एग्जाम्पल दिया आपको. इसका मतलब क्या? इन शॉर्ट, अगर एम्प्लॉयर की कंट्रीब्यूशन की बात करें, रिटर्न ऑफ इनकम तक टाइम है. एम्प्लॉई की बात करें, कब तक टाइम है बॉस? ड्यू डेट ऑफ रिस्पेक्टिव एक्ट. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? यार दोस्तों बोलो ना यार. नेक्स्ट, बैड डेट्स डिडक्शन मिल जाएगा ना दोस्तों? बट अंडरस्टैंड दैट डिडक्शन इज अलाउड ओनली फॉर एक्चुअल बैड डेट, but not for provision for bad debts. Provision for bad debts deduction is allowed only and only in case of banks. Only banks. Because by RBI norms, they have to do the provisioning based on standard, substandard, doubtful. Oh, कहाँ पे सीखे आप लोग? एडवांस अकाउंट्स में. ओके. और इनमें भी है क्या? एनपीए प्रोविजनिंग, नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट. अच्छा, एनपीए बोलने के बाद इसका दिमाग बच्चे चल गया. एग्जैक्टली. सर क्लियर नो? चलो कमान. बैड डेट्स का रिडक्शन मिल जाएगा. प्रोविजन फॉर बैड डेट्स ओनली फॉर होम? बैंक्स. लिमिट इज मैक्सिमम 8.5% of GTI plus 10% of average rural advances. That is a maximum limit. कितना है बेटा लिमिट्स? 8.5% of GTI plus 10% of 10% aggregate of what? Average rural advances. So getting clarity? Friends, please reply. Next, provision as per RBI guidelines for bank incorporated where? Outside India. मतलब foreign banks. कितना लिमिट? 5% of GTI. Indian बैंक है तो 8.5% of GTI plus 10% of average rural advances. Foreign banks 5% of GTI. चलो guys, Indian banks 8.5% of GTI plus 10% of average rural advances. Foreign banks. Clear है? Everybody? So next point. Came in exam so many times. Promoting family planning among what? Employees. कितना deduction? Law told अगर revenue है fully allowed, capital है allowed in 5 equal installments, and deduction is only for companies. Revenue fully allowed, capital allowed in 5 equal installments. समझेगा बेटा? दोस्तों, there are so many provisions in income tax to promote family planning. Now it's fine. In India, mindset is changed now. 1 children, 2 children, हम दो, हमारे दो. Mindset change हो गया. But पहले तो cricket teams. Clear no? Next. STT paid on what? Security transactions. Obviously, you'll next find CTT paid. CTT is what? Commodities. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? दोस्तों बोलो ना यार. 37 is what? General deduction. And we discussed about the story. And we spoke about something called CSR. And this case law, T.A. Qureshi, you not remember this law? Remember the concept called illegal income is also taxable. Income tax says it doesn't make a difference between legal income and illegal income. Income is an loss is a loss. सेट ऑफ करेंगे लॉस. हाँ, इलीगल इनकम को टैक्स क्यों कर रहे? हाँ तो ये लॉस है इसलिए. हाँ, ये केस ला वही है यार. पढ़ो सेकंड लाइन मेरे भाई. In computing income from illegal business, loss sustained are allowed as deduction. सुप्रीम कोर्ट रूलिंग है ये. नॉट हीरोइन, हेरोइंस. ड्रग्स ड्रग्स. You tried. Then how do you know? What happened, Janavi? क्या बोलो? If it is illegal income, are you paying tax? Finish. No, this case law, it was not like actually loss has come. This case law, what was happening is he was doing illegal business. There was some stock with him. This stock was taken over by the government. So when a stock is taken over by the government, it's a loss for him. They told reduce that loss. Balance only you pay tax. See this word. Doctor engaged in heroin business. Value of seized heroin, which formed part of his, is allowed as deduction as business loss. Got it, no? Obvious की बात है. So are we clear with this point, everybody? Speak out. Next point is what? Freebies. Who will give to whom? Pharma to medical practitioner. And this we just spoke. Advertisement expenditure. Political party. 38. Simple one line answer. If any asset is used partly for business, partly for personal, क्या करेंगे? Proportionate expenditure is claimed as deduction. Correct, no friends? Example, Shiva Teja is coming to Pune, staying for 2.5 months. 2 months class is over. More 15 days, I'm staying and having fun. Personal purpose. Example. Example. Example बोला. So getting clarity, everybody? दोस्तों, done. This part we'll talk. चलो, आ जाओ अभी. सुनो बेटा. चलो, how much is GP? अरे बोलो यार. हाँ, कैलकुलेटर चाहिए क्या आपको? Who is that boy? Aditya. Who wants calculator? दिख रहा है ना वेदांत? थोड़ा फिगर बोलो प्लीज। 12 point. I think the question is clear for all of us. Speak out. यार कुछ तो बोलो बेटा. Compute total income. 2 minutes. हाँ. सर वो डोनेशन कैश है या चेक? क्वेश्चन साइलेंट है तो चेक ही अज्यूम करो उमेश. When question is silent, assume that it is check only. Last 1 minute. हो गया आपका डिस्कशन? चलो, व्हाट डू वी स्टार्ट विथ? नेट प्रॉफिट ऑफ P&L. स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट तो वही है ना? कितना है? स्टार्टिंग ही नहीं करें अपन. ठीक है, एड बैक क्या करेंगे? सैलरीज क्यों एड बैक करेंगे भाई? पेनल्टी 1 लाख. देन interest on loan taken from bank 30,000. donation to political party. ये तो चीजें मिलेंगे सर. नेक्स्ट. बोनस 2 लाख. एम्प्लॉई कंट्रीब्यूशन 1 लाख. समझे क्या? दिवाली पूजा अरे यार समझे क्या? करेक्ट किए? गड़बड़ कर दिए? क्या गड़बड़ किए? जीपी से स्टार्ट किए. सर समझ में आया क्वेश्चन क्यों दिया मैं? सर yesterday's effort, today's effort, what we have taken in terms of understanding sections, I have put everything in one problem and gave a question so that clarity will come. Not just understanding guys, implementation is very important. That's why I gave a question. कितना टोटल है? अच्छा ऐड करने के बाद बोल रहे क्या? हाँ लेस. क्या सैलरी सैलरी यार? क्या सैलरी के पीछे पड़े क्या यार तुम लोग? This is PGBP income. Dividend income 1 lakh. Rental income 3.5 lakhs. 30% स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन आएगा ना, समझ ली। एग्जाम होने का ऐसा वो करिए तो कुछ नहीं मिलता। हाँ, अरे टोटल इनकम पूछा ना बेटा मैं क्वेश्चन। अरे मैं क्वेश्चन क्यों दिया समझ में आया ना। अरे मैं क्वेश्चन बिना दिए नेक्स्ट सेक्शन पढ़ा दिया, बोलूंगा हो गया बेटा पीजीबीपी, कल 1 घंटा आ जाओ पीजीबीपी खत्म, क्या मिलने वाले हैं, सिर्फ खत्म हुआ बस। उससे क्या होगा आपका, मेरा नहीं, मेरा तो हो जाएगा पर आपका क्या होगा, दैट इज नॉट द पॉइंट। नो प्लीज क्लियर द पॉइंट एवरीबॉडी। चलो और कुछ नहीं, बस बोलो 16 पॉइंट लेस 80 GGB 15.8। बट एग्जाम में ऐसा फेक नहीं सकते, प्रॉपर प्रेजेंटेशन करना पड़ता, ऐड करने का, लेस करने का, एच देने का, जीटीआई दिखाने का, डिडक्शन चैप्टर से लिखना, अंडरलाइन करना, सेक्शन नंबर लिखना, फिर टोटल इनकम निकालना। स्टडी टेलिंग सर ऐसा कर सकते थे ना आप, ऐसा करेंगे तो मुझे एक गेम खेलना पड़ेगा, इसके लिए बाजू में लिख दिया। समझ गए क्या यार, बोलना यार। क्या गड़बड़ किया आदित्य? प्रिया क्या किए? स्टार्टिंग गड़बड़ हो गया। हाँ जी, मालूम ही नहीं पड़ रहा क्या गड़बड़ किए, ये सबसे डेंजर है। क्यों ऐसा, क्यों? शायद आप स्टूडेंट मैनेज नहीं किए होंगे। क्वेश्चन समझे क्या, आंसर समझे क्या, कॉन्सेप्ट रिवाइज हो गया क्या? यार बोलना बेटा, कुछ तो जवाब दो, ऐसे बैठो मत। आर वी क्लियर? नेक्स्ट सेक्शन और एक क्वेश्चन। श्योर, आई वाज वेटिंग, कोई तो बोले सर एक और क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करें। खुद से ही देंगे, मतलब मैं एक बार सोचा एक और क्वेश्चन, एक और सेक्शन बोलेंगे, फिर देखेंगे इनका चेहरा पे क्या दिखेगा। सब ऐसा देख रहे हैं मेरे को। अच्छा, यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट आई विल टेल, आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट यू विल टेल। ठीक है, आई एम श्योर इस बार ज़्यादा गड़बड़ नहीं होगा। क्या बेटा भाई, डायरेक्ट गुड, अच्छा बोले, अच्छा बोले। चलो 2 GB। यार तुम समझ में आ रहा नहीं आ रहा क्वेश्चन? हाँ PM National Relief Fund. Net profit बोलो. सर क्वेश्चन क्लियर है? सर झट 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 क्वेश्चन आएगा सर अपने पास. क्वेश्चन क्लियर है दोस्तों? स्टूडेंट आस्किंग सर पीजीबी चैप्टर हो गया क्या? क्वेश्चन कैसे कर पा रहे अपन? जितना चैप्टर हो गया उतना क्वेश्चन कर रहे. जितना टीडीएस वीडियो सब बाकी है वो होने के बाद फिर से ऐड क्वेश्चन दूंगा मैं, उसमें वो भी ऐड कर दूंगा. पहले ये तो परफेक्ट होना. तो समझे क्या? डू इट. माय सजेशन टू यू, इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट ओरली थिंकिंग एंड डूइंग ऑन कैलकुलेटर, पेपर पे लिखो पीछे या किधर तो भी, मालूम पड़ेगा आपको क्या वर्किंग कर रहे हैं आप. देखो रेगुलर बैच में भी नहीं कराया ये सब। रेंटल इनकम IFOS में आ गया। वाह वाह आदित्य वाह। आर्यन वो विंडो का बैक साइड ओपन हो जाएगा ना वो? बीजीबीपी आ गया क्या? कितना है बीजीबीपी? 1660। ऑनलाइन में कोई 19.4 बोल रहे, कोई 19.7 बोल रहे। अच्छा आप लोग फिक्स। अरे डिलीट कर दिया। बोलो क्या क्या क्या? नेट प्रॉफिट ऑफ P&L अकाउंट्स। नाइनटीन पॉइंट ऐड क्या करेंगे? इंटरेस्ट ऑन GST कुछ भी, सिर्फ पेनाल्टी ऐड करेंगे। इंटरेस्ट अलाउड, सिर्फ पेनाल्टी इज नॉट अलाउड। क्लियर लिखा था मैं, एनीथिंग वायलेशन ऑफ लॉ इज ओनली पेनाल्टी। इंटरेस्ट इज कॉम्पेंसेटरी इन नेचर, पेनाल्टी इज पीनल इन नेचर। समझा क्या वेदांत? यही कॉन्सेप्ट, इसके लिए क्वेश्चन दिया अभी। हाँ नेक्स्ट करेंगे ना वो भी। हाँ नेक्स्ट वो भी करेंगे। और क्या है? स्टेशनरी, स्टेशनरी क्या करेंगे बेटा? एड बैक। वाई? लिमिट याद है ना, 10,000 बताया था आपको मैंने, सिंगल पर्सन सिंगल डे। अरे यार लड़ लो आप लोग दोनों, ऐसा बढ़ते जाएगा आंसर तुम्हारा। नॉनसेंस। समझ में आया क्या ये? नेक्स्ट, लिमिट 10,000 है ना बेटा, सिंगल पर्सन सिंगल डे। इंटरेस्ट ऑन लोन 1 लाख। PM रिलीफ फंड 3 lakhs। VRS 80,000। अरे 5 इंस्टॉलमेंट्स है ना भाई, 1 लाख बाई 5 इज 20 नो, 1 लाख बाई 5 इज 10,000 किया ना आर्यन? तू आर्यन किया 1 लाख डिवाइड बाई 5 10,000। अरे ये ऑनलाइन वाले बहुत गेम खेल रहे हैं अपने साथ, आंसर लगा रहे, डिलीट कर रहे, फिर आंसर लिख रहे, फिर डिलीट कर रहे। चलो और कुछ, रुको और है अभी। ओपनिंग स्टॉक अंडर वैल्यूड मतलब क्या? ओपनिंग स्टॉक कम दिखाए, कम दिखाए मतलब, कम दिखाए मतलब क्या? अरे यार क्या बोल रहे हैं यार आप, थोड़ा मैं जो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ उसके जवाब दो। ओपनिंग स्टॉक अंडर वैल्यूड बाई 50,000, अगर ओपनिंग स्टॉक कम दिखाए तो इसका मतलब क्या है? प्रॉफिट ज्यादा दिखाए। प्रॉफिट का बोलो, प्रॉफिट का बोलो यार, इम्पैक्ट प्रॉफिट का ही कर रहे हैं ना अपन। प्रॉफिट क्या हो गया? ज्यादा हो गया, तो क्या करेंगे? लेस करेंगे। समझ में आ गया ना? नेक्स्ट, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक अंडर वैल्यू मतलब क्या? प्रॉफिट, प्रॉफिट का ही बात कर, विल टॉक इन प्रॉफिट टर्म्स। प्रॉफिट क्या करे? कम करे, तो क्या करेंगे? अब प्रॉफिट को इम्पैक्ट दे रहे ना बेटा, तो वही कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात करेंगे अब। अंडर वैल्यूएशन ऑफ क्लोजिंग स्टॉक 40,000। यार बोलना बेटा कितना है? क्या बेटा? टोटल पूरा बोलो। 25.10 लाख बराबर है क्या? लेस, क्या लेस करेंगे? डिविडेंड 1 लाख, इंटरेस्ट कॉम्पेंसेशन 1 लाख, इंटरेस्ट ऑन FD कितना लेस करेंगे? बोलो। नॉनसेंस आंसर 90,000। अरे लेस तो उतना ही करेंगे जितना P&L में है ना रे। तो क्या बोलो 1 लाख फ्री है? रेंट 3 lakhs कितना? अच्छा पूरा बोल रहे क्या? 19 पॉइंट पीजीबीपी फिगर इज 19.2 lakhs. समझ में आ रहा क्या? ऑनलाइन वालों, ऑफलाइन वालों? ओपनिंग स्टॉक रहेगा क्या? इसलिए आप लोगों का मैच नहीं हो रहा क्या? ओके गाइस, ओके, वेरी गुड. ओपनिंग स्टॉक कितना? 18.70 lakhs. अरे समझ में आ रहा क्या? दिस इज माय पीजीबीपी फिगर. फ्रेंड्स, यस और नो? नेक्स्ट, रेंट 2.10 lakhs. अरे हाउस प्रॉपर्टी मेरे भाई, मेरे पास प्लेस नहीं है उधर, प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं कर सकता मैं. एग्जाम में तो प्रेजेंटेशन करेंगे ना अपन यार. बेटा बोलो ना यार. नेक्स्ट, डिविडेंड 1 lakh. इंटरेस्ट ऑन कॉम्पेंसेशन 50,000. समझे क्या? क्यों? वेरी गुड. इंटरेस्ट ऑन एफडी 1 lakh. यो मैन, ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम. $23 lakhs. चलो, जीटीए कितना आया बेटा? 23.30. करेक्ट नो? डिडक्शंस बोलो क्या क्या है? एडीसी क्या था? एलआईसी पे किया ₹1,00,000, ट्यूशन भी पे किया ₹1,00,000, दोनों मिलके आएगा 1.5 लाख. भाई लोग, 80G PM relief fund is covered under 80G, which is covered under राजीव गांधी. 50% वाला है, ये 100% वाला है. 50% में 4 कवर था: राजीव गांधी, इंदिरा गांधी, जवाहरलाल नेहरू. PM drought relief fund. सोनिया राहुल did not come. कितना है? 3 lakhs. बैलेंस 18 पॉइंट्स. क्या उमेश भाई, तेरे को 18.7 कैसा आया? तू क्रॉसअप नहीं किया टीडीएस का, वही है पक्का. गुड. मजा है क्या? कॉन्सेप्ट में क्लैरिटी आ रहा है क्या? पीजीपी में कॉन्फिडेंस आ रहा है क्या? कर सकते हैं. सबसे ज्यादा वही जरूरी है बॉस. क्लियर नो? टेक ए शॉर्ट ब्रेक. आफ्टर ब्रेक विल टॉक मोर. 10 मिनट्स. चलो डन. क्या हुआ? Done. Get back, guys. So friends, are we clear with the sections what we discussed so far? Everybody? Chalo. Tell me guys, what is section 28? Chalo, section for PGBP. 29. Accommodation 30. Expense related to building 31. 32. 32.2. 35. Scientific 35 AD, 35 D, preliminary expenses 35 DD, 35 DD VRS, 37 general deduction, 36 other deduction. बेटा यहाँ तक क्लियर है सबको? Everybody sir? All of us guys? Excellent. चलो, let's proceed. Come on my dear friends, listen now very clearly. There is something called 40A2, 40A3. 40A2 says excess payment to relative to कौन बेटा? Is what? disallowed. 40A3, single person, single day, paying more than 10,000 by other than cash. Nonsense. Account pay check, account pay draft, or online transfer is what beta? Exempt. Mad fellow. Disallowed. Exempt क्या यार? Exempt. Is what में disallowed. अरे यार समझ में आ रहा क्या दोस्तों? disallowed का मतलब क्या है? एक्सपेंस इज नॉट अलाउड. इसका मतलब क्या है? एड बैक करेंगे. बराबर है बेटा? सर अभी तक जो 30 to 37 में बात करें, what all allowed we discussed. Now we are talking about what is not allowed, disallowed. But this limit is not 10,000. Limit is 35,000. In case where payment is made to a GTA. What is GTA, guys? GST masters, tell what is GTA? Goods transport agency. Somebody engaged in plying, hiring, or leasing goods carriage. समझे क्या? Speak out. Clear, no? But to this concept, there are some exceptions which are given by Rule 6TD. Can you please tell me what can be exceptions? Just logically think. मतलब कैश भी चलेगा. कहाँ पे? You are paying to a farmer. You are paying on a day when bank is holiday. You are paying to employee working on a ship for more than 15 days. समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? You are paying to government. You are paying to bank. In all this cases cash भी चलेगा. समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? Speak out. Everybody. Clear? Go back. Back to your material. 40A, I'll start in after 5 minutes. 40B, we will discuss after 10 minutes. 40A2, what is this? Excess payment to what beta? Relatives. What will happen? Which is excessive or unreasonable shall be not be allowed. 40 capital A3, 10,000, 35,000. If it is paid in cash, bearer check, cross DD, not allowed. What we want is account pay check or online transfer. Exception क्या है? Payment is made to bank or LIC or government. Payment is required to be made on a day on which banks were what? Closed. Either on account of holiday or what, sir? Strike. Payment is made through agents. Payment is made in a place where there is no bank. आज के दिन कहाँ पे यार ऐसा सीन? Next, payment is made to a cultivators, growers for purchase of what? Exactly. Getting my point, no? Sir, imagine Shiva Teja has got one restaurant. Example. I went to a supermarket to purchase vegetables and the bill is 14,000. 14,000 का बिल आया. I paid cash for vegetables. Is it okay? Answer is no. What yes? Supermarket is not a grower of agricultural produce. किसको चलेगा सिर्फ? Cultivators or growers, not the traders or middlemen. अरे यार समझ में आया तो आ रहा क्या? Sit down. Under existing provisions, expenditure incurred in cash exceeding what? And in case of transport contractor, 35,000. That's it. Are we getting clarity? Everybody, 43B, ये हो गया? What is 43B? It must be paid on or before due date of return of income. तो आ जाएगा. After date of return of income, it will come in next year. दोस्तों, next 43CA, ये पता है अपने को? अरे नहीं पता. 50C पता है ना? ये उसका भाई है. If it is land and building asset 50C, land and building stock in trade 43CA. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? And same story of 10% story, 110%. But 20% concept was there, अभी applicable नहीं है, फिर भी देख लो ऐसे ही. Between this period 12/11/2020 to 30th June 21, and if transfer is made by way of first time allotment, sale price is not more than 2 crores. ये एग्जाम में आने का पॉसिबिलिटी बहुत कम है. क्यों? उसका टाइम खत्म हो गया. You might ask, ये क्यों आया सर वो टाइम पे कॉन्सेप्ट्स? Yeah, if you remember, I told you that when COVID has come, there was so much of unsold stock left in the market. और अनसोल्ड स्टॉक को निकालने के लिए लोग 20% कॉन्सेप्ट लेके आए, सिर्फ स्टॉक के लिए लेके आए. क्या ये पॉइंट क्या निकाले नहीं अभी तक? सर इनकम टैक्स में से बहुत सारे सेक्शन है, इसका टाइम खत्म हो गया. ऐसा ही डन. दिस विल टॉक लेटर, बाकी सब बाद में बात करेंगे. ठीक है? स्टूडेंट आस्किंग सब कुछ बाद में, मतलब अभी क्या करेंगे सर? सुनो. Now we have got one important task to be done. Listen very clearly. Everybody concentrate. Something very, very important. First of all, what is TDS? Tax deducted and source. Who is supposed to do TDS? One second. Guys, get back, guys. So friends, if I quickly summarize sections what we discussed, 28 was what? Accommodation, expense related to building, repairs essential for plant machinery and furniture, depreciation, unabsorbed depreciation, scientific research, specified business, preliminary expenses, amalgamation or demerger, VRS, 36 other deduction, 37 40 capital A 2, excess payment to relative, 40 capital A 3, single person single day paying more than 10,000, please pay only by account pay check, account pay draft or online transfer. Any other mode it will become disallowed. But if payment is made to transporters, limit is 35,000. दोस्तों यहाँ तक सबको क्लियर है? Please reply everyone, come on. Good. Now listen guys. Let me talk about some important sections which actually makes a lot of sense. Listen everybody very clearly, very carefully. Guys, what is TDS? Tax deducted at source. बराबर है? Is it mandatory to do TDS? Yes. If certain limits are crossed, if conditions are satisfied. If we don't do TDS, what will happen? Exactly. The payer who is making payment is called assessee in default. If TDS is done but not paid to government, again assessee in default. Correct my dear friends? Speak out, sir. We have got some important concept in TDS, which I am sure most of you already know this, but still let me explain to you very clearly. Sir, when there is expert who is making payment to Shiva Teja, assume they are paying 5 lakhs. Law is telling under 194J, please do TDS at the rate of what? Which is nothing but 50,000. Expert, what they'll do is, first they will do TDS. बराबर है ना बेटा? At respective rates. And in different section there are different rates. Which section, what rates and all, we'll talk in detail on Monday. अभी नहीं. ठीक है ना बेटा? Now, first activity क्या करेंगे लोग? Second activity, pay the TDS to government. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Pay the TDS to government, and they have to pay by 7th of next month. And for March, they have to pay to government by 30th of April. समझ में आ रहा बेटा? They have to pay to government by which date? 7th of next month. For March, 30th April. चलो बेटा, step 1 क्या है? Step 1 क्या है? 2 TDS at what rate? Respective rates. Everybody, what is the respective rate? प्रोफेशनल केस में 10% है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है तो 1%, 2%. सो डिफरेंट केस हैव गॉट डिफरेंट रेट्स. वो बोलने वाला आ रहा उधर अभी. ब्रोकरेज 5%. क्लियर है ना? स्पीक आउट बेटा. नाउ स्टेप 1 क्या है उनका काम? पहले टीडीएस करो. स्टेप 2 क्या है? पे टू द गवर्नमेंट. स्टेप 3 they will file TDS returns. Finally, step 4, they will issue TDS certificate. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? दोस्तों, now I have a question. If expert is making payment of 5 lakhs to Shiva Teja without doing TDS, will Shiva Teja feel sad? मेरा क्वेश्चन समझिए क्या? दे पेड मी 5 लाख विदाउट डूइंग टीडीएस, विल आई फील सैड? उल्टा मैं तो खुश होता. नहीं करें ना, अच्छी बात है, मैं बाद में कर लूंगा. अरे सर नो सर. नाउ आई हैव अ स्ट्रेट क्वेश्चन टू यू. इट इज हुज रिस्पांसिबिलिटी टू डू टीडीएस? एम्प्लॉयर क्या है? एम्प्लॉयर. पेयर. सैलरी में एम्प्लॉयर एम्प्लॉय. बॉस क्या है? बॉस कुछ तो हो रहा है. Is clear everybody? So what is step 1? Do TDS. Then what? Pay to the government. Then what? File TDS return. Then what? Issue TDS certificates. Correct my dear friends? Speak out. Now listen. I'll tell 2-3 points listen very clearly. Sir, I'll get an interesting case here. Listen. There is a person, Mr. A. ठीक है? He started one coaching center. A coaching center. He started one A coaching center. ठीक है ना बेटा? Speak out. And his turnover for 21-22 is 75 lakhs. दोस्तों, is that teaching or coaching activity a business or profession? Business activity only, no doubt about it. Speak out my dear friends. Sir, chartered accountant in practice is a professional. Chartered accountant in teaching is not a profession. हाँ मेरा दोनों है. ठीक है, समझ में आया क्या दोस्तों? राइट. And Mr. A, there is a faculty to whom Mr. A has paid 1 lakh. ठीक है ना बेटा? And section 194J, which talks about payment to professionals, payment to, there is a limit of 30,000. Student is asking, sir आप TDS chapter क्यों गए PGBP छोड़ के? I mean PGBP only. But to understand some section in PGBP, we should know this. I'm sure you understood what I'm talking. Clear no? Right. Limit कितना है? पर मंथ नहीं है, पर ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं है, पर एनम है. समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? दोस्तों, केस नंबर 2. There is Expert Academy Private Limited. ठीक है ना? They are paying to one faculty same figure 1 lakh. And their turnover for 21-22 is also 75 lakhs. Example. बेटा ठीक है ना यार, एग्जाम्पल ओनली, स्पीक आउट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, should expert private limited do TDS? 100% answer is yes, because the payment is more than 30,000. Whenever payment is made to a professional and the payment is more than 30,000, the payer should do TDS under 194J. Now don't ask me a question, हर सेक्शन में लिमिट 30,000 है क्या सर? अलग अलग सेक्शन का अलग अलग लिमिट है, अलग अलग रेट है. किस में क्या है बात करेंगे बाद में अपन. थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया तो है आपको, बट फिर भी बात करेंगे पूरा. समझ में आ रहा ना बेटा दोस्तों? नाउ हियर मिस्टर ए कोचिंग सेंटर, how much they paid? 1 lakh. Same figure. Should Mr. A do TDS? Speak out. Yes. Why? Because it's more than 30,000. Yes or no, sir? But the answer is no. उसके लिए मैं पूरा लिखा स्टोरी इधर. The reason being, there are some very very important sections known as 194 HIJAC. Generally in regular batch I tell students to remember as hijack, hijack, hijack. Clear na beta? 194 HIJAC will apply to individual or HUF only if their turnover, listen, only if their, what's there, during preceding financial year is greater than 1 crore or 50 lakhs. समझे क्या मैं क्या लिखा? बताओ बेटा, बोलो. Clear no? Now what are the sections called HIJAC? I'll make you read everything, don't worry. 194H deals with commission or brokerage, where the rate of TDS is 5%. 194I deals with rent. Rate of TDS is 10% for land and building, 2% for plant and machinery. 194J, professional, technical, royalty, non-compete fee, director remuneration other than salary. मतलब सिटिंग फीस ही कवर्ड है इधर. रेट ऑफ टीडीएस इज 194A interest other than interest on securities. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? And the limit is and the rate is 10%. 194C, payment to contractors, 2%, 1% when it is paid to individual or HUF, 2% when it is paid to others. समझ में आ रहा क्या ये पॉइंट? यार दोस्तों बोलो ना यार. H का लिमिट है 15,000, I का लिमिट है 2.4 lakhs, J का लिमिट है 30,000, but for this particular point there is no limits. समझ में आ रहा क्या? 194A 40,000 or 50,000. 40,000 non-senior, 50,000 senior. 50 लिमिट रखा है क्योंकि 80 TT 50,000 लिमिट है. 194C single payment greater than 30,000 or aggregate greater than 1 lakh. Are we clear with this point, everybody? Speak out. Guys, reply everyone. Now the fundamental reason I taught these sections to you because we have a section known as 40A1, 40A1A, which says that if payment is made to a non-resident, if TDS is not done or done but not paid, before due date of what beta? Return of income. चलो क्या लिखा बेटा मैंने वापस बोलो. If TDS is not done or done but not paid before due date of return of income. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? Then straight away loss is 100% is disallowed. But if it is paid after due date of return of income, ये साल नहीं मिलेगा, next year मिलेगा. Same like 43B, timing difference. 40A1A says same story, but payment to a resident. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? And here they told 30% is allowed. So if expert is paying 10 lakhs to Shiva Teja, and 10 lakhs whatever they pay to Shiva Teja, in P&L account they will show to faculty remuneration. Correct or not? If they don't do TDS, law is telling expert 30% disallowed. मतलब 3 लाख क्या करेंगे? एड बैक करेंगे, उनका प्रॉफिट बढ़ जाएगा ना, टैक्स बढ़ जाएगा ना, और वो मेरे लिए सोचेंगे क्या TDS के लिए? वो उल्टा बोलेंगे क्या प्रॉब्लम है शिवा सर आपको? TDS करेंगे ना, आपको नुकसान थोड़ी हो रहा है, क्रेडिट आएगा ना कल के दिन. मैं बोलूँगा ठीक है, मैं मना थोड़ी करूँगा. Speak out, my dear friends. Everybody. Even if I tell no, you cannot do TDS like that. You have to pay me without TDS. They will tell. We will pay with TDS only. Because if they don't do TDS, who is at fault? They will be at fault, not me, no. समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? Guys, everybody getting clarity on this concept? Very, very important. Extremely important sections. General exam में total income question जो आता है ना, 99% एक पॉइंट रहता है क्वेश्चन में जो इसका रिलेटेड है. यार बेटा बोलो ना यार, पक्का क्लियर है? एवरीबॉडी श्योर? फर्स्ट टेक दिस बुक, दिस यू टेक, उसके बाद वो लिखेंगे. लिखिए, wrote this points. Now write below. Write below. If TDS is done, if TDS is done, if TDS is done and paid to the government, if TDS is done and paid to the government, paid to the government after due date of return of income, then it is disallowed, then it is disallowed in the previous year, then it is disallowed in the previous year, then it is disallowed in the previous year, but allowed, disallowed in the previous year, but allowed in what beta? Next year. Is it clear now? Friends, speak out. Take this below. पहले समरी लिखो इसका. Now who's the resident, you're asking? मतलब जिसको पे कर रहे वो सामने वाला रेजिडेंट है तो 30% इज अलाउड है ऑब्वियसली. सिक्सटी लिस्ट में भी आ सकता है ना, 60 and 365 भी है ना ऑप्शन. 60 and 365 टू बिकम रेजिडेंट, वो भी तो पॉइंट है. 60 days and 365 days. So when expert is paying to Shiva Teja, they will not presume that Shiva Teja is non-resident. Generally resident समझ के TDS करते हैं. And वो सामने वाला को लुकआउट है. अगर मैं नॉन रेजिडेंट हूँ वो रेजिडेंट समझ के किए तो उनका ही मिस्टेक है फिर. इट इज देयर रिस्पांसिबिलिटी टू फाइंड आउट. पूछना पड़ेगा सामने वाले से. और ये सब किसका हेडेक है? पेयर का ही हेडेक है, पेई का हेडेक नहीं है ये सब. करेक्ट नो? Are we done? Finish writing this. Take this also. Guys, I want you to write. Please write. Please write important. क्या हुआ यार? Yes. Take this also. Please write this also. क्या दोस्त? So tell me guys, what is the concept now? Hijack. If I ask you the concept of hijack, कैसा बोलेंगे आप? Hijack will apply to individual or HUF only if their turnover during preceding financial year is more than 1 crore or 50 lakhs. Then only hijack will apply. 1 crore for business, 50 lakhs for professional. Tax audit by. In simple terms, tax audit. समझ में आ रहा ना बेटा? चलो लिख लो. Classic example for remuneration other than salary is sitting fees. Remuneration comes any payment. Shiva Teja, they pay faculty remuneration. Exactly. देने वाले को एक्सपेंस ही है. हाँ. और उस केस में लिमिट ही नहीं है. अगर 10,000 भी दिए फिर भी TDS आएगा. दो 3 साल पहले था. 3 साल पहले. नहीं. Friends, are we done with this? दोस्तों बोलो बेटा. Everyone, चलो. Open TDS chapter in material ones. Page number. Page number 124. 194A. So we'll discuss the TDS sections of H, I, J, A, C and close it off. अरे खत्म हो जाएगा ना काम. आधा तक क्यों करें. चलो. 194A is what? TDS on interest other than interest on securities. रेट कितना है बेटा. यहाँ पे पेयर कौन है देखो. Any payer other than individual HUF whose turnover does not exceed 1 crore 50 lakhs. मतलब ना हाईजैक स्टोरी. समझ में आ रहा ना बेटा. सी बिलो. Very very important points. No TDS will be deducted in the following cases. Interest paid by what? Firm to partner. Second, interest paid to bank. Very important. Sir, bank to assessee. Example, fixed deposit interest. There is TDS. Assessee to bank. That means interest on loan. Law told no need to do TDS. समझे क्या? Very important. Right there. Interest paid to bank, post office, LIC, UTI, corporate society doing banking business, insurance business. समझे क्या? Next point. Interest paid by society to its members. Interest paid in respect of deposits under any scheme framed by central government. Next, if the aggregate amount of interest paid or credited does not exceed 5,000. Normally 5,000 का लिमिट है, but बैंक, सोसाइटी, पोस्ट ऑफिस ये सबका कितना है लिमिट? 40,000. 50,000 for. Here we'll write one point. No TDS in case of interest on सेविंग्स बैंक अकाउंट. सेविंग्स बैंक में जो इंटरेस्ट आता है बेटा, बैंक विल नेवर डू टीडीएस. इज इट एग्जम्प्ट? इज द इनकम एग्जम्प्ट? नो. इनकम इज टैक्सेबल, बट बैंक विल नॉट डू टीडीएस. इफ टीडीएस इज नॉट देयर, डजंट मीन इट इज नॉट टैक्सेबल. टीडीएस इज डिफरेंट, इनकम टैक्स इज डिफरेंट. So clear है? Next, tax to be deducted on interest on compensation awarded by motor accident claim tribunal only at the time of what? Payment. Interest on compensation कितना लिमिट है बेटा? 50,000. Some accident happened. We went to the court of law. They are giving compensation along with interest. On the interest there is TDS. If interest is more than 50,000. समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? And whatever section we discussed so far, H, I, J, A, C, TDS will come at the time of payment or credit, whichever is earlier. समझ में आ रहा क्या? For example, listen, in the month of March, what a lovely time to discuss this. In the month of March, expert, they will finalize their P&L and balance sheet. Speak out. For example, they have to pay me 10 lakhs. Assume. They already paid me 6 lakh. कितना पे करना और? Not paid so far, but they'll pay me in April. खत्म होने के बाद. ठीक है ना बेटा? Now tell me, in P&L account, expense कितना दिखाते हैं वो लोग? 10 lakhs. अरे यार, पेबल रिकॉर्ड करेंगे ना बुक्स में. बैलेंस शीट में क्या करेंगे? 4 लाख प्रोविजन दिल क्रिएट और पेएबल दिल क्रिएट. बोलो ना बेटा. वो लोग टीडीएस 6 लाख पे करेंगे, 10 लाख पे करेंगे? 10 लाख पे करेंगे. बिकॉज टीडीएस टू बी पेड एट द टाइम ऑफ पेमेंट और क्रेडिट, whichever is earlier. पेमेंट अप्रैल में आएगा, बट टीडीएस लोग मार्च में ही करेंगे। यार समझ रहे क्या आप लोग? दोस्तों क्लियर है क्या ये बात? पक्का? डन। नेक्स्ट ए हो गया, ये सब बाद में बात करते। नेक्स्ट सी, पेमेंट व्हाट बेटा? कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, सब कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, रेट ऑफ टीडीएस क्या है बेटा? 1%. If pay is individual or HUF, 2% if paid to any other person. Single payment 30,000, aggregate payment 1 लाख। इसका मीनिंग क्या है बेटा? सिंगल 30, aggregate 1 लाख मतलब क्या है? अगर एक पेमेंट 40 है, दूसरा 20 है, दूसरा 20 है, पूरा साल में 80 पे करे, टीडीएस आएगा क्या? आएगा, सिर्फ 40 पे आएगा। समझो नेक्स्ट केस, समझो नेक्स्ट केस। 25,000, 25,000, 30,000, 30,000. Did single payment cross 1 lakh? Sorry, did single payment cross 30,000? Did single payment cross 30,000? But still TDS will apply. Why? Aggregate is more than 1 lakh. यार बेटा समझ में आ रहा क्या आपको? नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, important point, put a star mark. No TDS shall be deducted by the deductor if the payee has furnished his what? PAN, and the payee is in business of what? Plying, hiring, leasing, goods carriage. समझेगा बेटा? I'll give a classic example, and the two TDS will not apply only when he owns 10 or less than 10 goods carriage at any time during what? Previous year. Are we getting clarity? Speak out. I'll give a classic example. My father, he has got medical distribution business. We have got tie-up with one transporter. That fellow has got 4 trucks with him. Every month he gives payment to him. पूरा साल में आराम से 3 लाख 4 लाख पे करते उनको, फिर भी टीडीएस आज तक नहीं किए। क्यों? We are paying to transporter who does not have more than 10 vehicles and he furnished his PAN. You might ask, उनके पास 10 से ज़्यादा अपने को क्या मालूम सर? We have to take declaration from them. They will give declaration to us stating that I don't have more than 10 vehicles. Please don't do TDS. समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? Speak out. Next 194C. I'll add one line. No TDS if payment is made for personal purpose. If you made payment for personal purpose, there is no question of TDS. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? दोस्तों बोलो ना यार। Can I proceed? हाँ, बट अगर पर्सनल है, वो घर बना रहे खुद के लिए, तो टीडीएस अप्लाई होगा नहीं? नहीं होगा। बट उसका दूसरा सेक्शन है 194M, उधर 50 लाख का लिमिट है, दिखाऊंगा आज ही। कुछ याद आ रहा है? यस, प्लीज डोंट टॉक। या ए इज ओवर, सी इज ओवर। नेक्स्ट क्या है? एच, कमीशन और ब्रोकरेज। क्या रेट है बेटा? लिमिट कितना है बेटा? 15,000। पढ़ा है ना यार? No TDS on payment paid by BSNL, MTNL to their PCO franchises. अभी कुछ नहीं है ऐसा। समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा? दोस्तों, and no TDS if commission of broker related to security like commission to underwriter, brokerage of public issues, there it's not required. I is what बेटा? Rent, very important. कितना लिमिट? 10%, 2%. दोस्तों नेक्स्ट, पैसेंजर सर्विस फी पेड बाय एयरलाइन, पेड बाय मतलब इंडिगो, ये लोग सब. To airport operator is not treated as what? Rent. So TDS is not applicable under section 194 I. Lump sum lease premium or one-time upfront lease charges which are not adjustable against periodic rent. They are not payments in the nature of rent. Something like rental deposits. Something like rental what beta? Deposits. Clear enough? Everybody? Last part you see. No TDS on what charges? Paid by customers of cold storage. Logic is simple. You are not paying money for rent. You are not paying money for using place. You are paying money for using cold storage facility. That's why they told 194C will apply. I नहीं आएगा पर C आएगा. दोस्तों क्लियर है? फ्रेंड्स प्लीज रिप्लाई. डन. एक और बात करना है अपने को. जे बोलो बेटा, जे क्या है? प्रोफेशनल, टेक्निकल, रॉयल्टी, नॉन कॉम्पिट फी, remuneration other than salary. Let me tell you, rate of TDS is 10%, but for technical service it is 2%. अभी नोट्स में भी ऐड कर लो. टेक्निकल सर्विस 2%. लिमिट कितना है बेटा? लिमिट कितना है? 30,000. But last point is important. There is no such limit in case of what? Remuneration or commission payable to director of a company. समझ में आ रहे हैं दोस्तों? बोलो. Out of HI, JSC, what is H? Commission or brokerage. I, J, professional, technical, royalty, non-compete fees. A, interest or the interest of securities. C, contractors. All these 5 sections will apply to individual or HUF only if they are turnover exceeds 1 crore 50 lakhs in the preceding financial year. समझे क्या? अब 194 M एक पढ़ेंगे, फिर वापस आएंगे पीजीबीपी में. M. See that word? Payment made by whom, sir? Or HUF for contract work or for commission of brokerage or professional service. मुझे एक बात बताओ, अभी सुनो ना. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के लिए 194C ऑलरेडी है, कमीशन के लिए 194H ऑलरेडी है, प्रोफेशनल के लिए 194J ऑलरेडी है. तो ये सेक्शन फिर से क्यों है 194M? Because these three will not apply. These three will not apply if individual HUF is turnover is less than 1 crore 50 lakhs. For them, 194M will apply. But limits are very big. Limit is 50 lakhs. कितना है बेटा? 50 lakhs. रिजर्वेशन नहीं भाई. जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वर्क करा रहे 50 लाख ऊपर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करवा रहे, प्रोफेशनल को पे कर रहे, 50 लाख ऊपर पे कर रहे. रेट ऑफ टीडीएस 5%. समझ में आ रहा है बेटा? स्पीक आउट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. Everybody, and you can see one line here. Individual HUF is not liable to deduct tax under 194M. If they are required to deduct under 194C, 194H or 194J, अगर HCJ आ गया तो M क्यों लाएंगे यार पिक्चर में? M तभी आएगा अगर HCJ अप्लाई नहीं होगा. वो कब अप्लाई नहीं होगा? अगर टर्नओवर करोड़ या 50 लाख के नीचे है तो. डन. Are we getting clarity, everybody? यार बेटा बोलो ना यार. Speak out, everyone. Now I'll ask you one question. Think properly and tell me. Shiva Teja paid 1 lakh rupees to a doctor who's a professional for some medical service. Should I do TDS? Answer is no. In 194C, 194J, if the payment is made exclusively for personal purpose, TDS will not apply. समझे क्या? अपन जो नोट्स लिखे ना क्लास में उसमें एक नोट ऐड करूं. सेक्शन 194C and 194J. Section 194C and 194J. Section 194C and 194J will not apply. Section 194C and 194J will not apply if payment is made (194C and 194J will not apply if payment is made by individual or HUF. If payment is made by individual or HUF exclusively for what beta? Personal purpose. That's it. समझ में आ रहा क्या बेटा? यार दोस्तों बोलो ना यार प्लीज. Are we clear with this? क्यों? बिजनेस क्या हो सकता है? सोल प्रोप्राइटर बिजनेस. सोल प्रोप्राइटर बिजनेस है, टर्नओवर करोड़ के ऊपर है, प्रोफेशनल को पे करे, TDS करना पड़ेगा ना तब. सोल प्रोप्राइटर बिजनेस नहीं कर सकता क्या? Can't a person do business as sole proprietor? अरे एक बंदा खुद के नाम से बिजनेस कर सकता नहीं कर सकता? तो फिर हो गया ना यार बात. Why can't individual do business on his own? अरे फिर से फर्म का मतलब क्या है? पार्टनरशिप फर्म. करेक्ट नो? People can do business either as sole proprietor or as a partnership firm or as LLP or as a company. If somebody is doing a sole proprietor, तो फिर फर्म किधर से आया? अरे एंटिटी वो खुद का कुछ भी नाम लगाएगा, पैन तो इंडिविजुअल पैन ही रहेगा ना. पैन के नाम पैन के बेसिस पे जाएंगे ना अपन. Can you do business on your own name? Then where is firm? Firm is a partnership firm, no? See, अभी you do business on your own name. You will put the business name as अभी traders. अभी ट्रेडर बोल के नाम लगाए, बट उसका ओनर कौन है? सोल प्रोप्राइटरी है ना, तो इंडिविजुअल है ना फिर. तो फिर ऑब्वियसली सोल प्रोप्राइटरी इंडिविजुअल. Sir, there are a lot of people in India still do business as sole proprietor only. Done. Is that clear with this point, everybody? Come back to TDS. I mean PGBP. Page number. Section 40 small a किधर है देखो. Guys, please don't talk. Concentrate here. 40 small a1 क्या है बेटा? Payment is made to a is सब क्यों बोल रहे हैं nonsense? Payment is made to non-resident. TDS is not done but not paid before Juliet return of income. 40 small a1 a. Payment to resident. TDS is not done but not paid before Juliet return of income. कितना percent? That's it. 40 small a2. One line answer. Income tax. Income tax cannot be claimed as deduction. समझे क्या? When income tax can't be claimed, interest on income tax also can't be claimed. When income tax can't be claimed, now I'll tell one line. Interest on loan taken to pay income tax, that is also not allowed. हाँ लोन लेते ना, मैं क्लाइंट से लोन करवाया, उससे लोन. एक बंदा था क्लाइंट, ऑलमोस्ट साल का 70-80 लाख टैक्स पे करता है वो. साल का 70-80 लाख, करोड़ रुपए के आसपास ऑलमोस्ट. उसके बाद पैसे नहीं थे एडवांस टैक्स भरने के लिए, मैं लोन लेके एडवांस टैक्स पे कराया. क्यों मतलब लोन 12% में मिला लोन, एडवांस टैक्स 234 बी भी लगता, सी भी लगता, 24% जा रहा है, उसको बोला था 12% बचेगा, वो बोला हाँ सर पे करेंगे। 234 बी 234 सी वो बेटर है ना। नेक्स्ट, डिसअलाउंस ऑफ व्हाट बेटा, रॉयल्टी, लाइसेंस फी, सर्विस फी, एक्सक्लूसिवली लेविड ऑन व्हाट, अंडरटेकिंग बाय स्टेट गवर्नमेंट। क्लास के एग्जांपल MSRTC, इसका फुल फॉर्म क्या है, महाराष्ट्र स्टेट रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशन, इट्स एन अंडरटेकिंग ऑफ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, दे आर पेइंग टू स्टेट गवर्नमेंट। अरे अपना आदमी अपने को दे रहा तो क्यों डिडक्शन देगा यार। क्रैश हो गया। So getting clarity on this point everybody, दोस्तों बोलो। So if it is paid by state government, undertaking to the state government, अपने आदमी को पे कर रहे हैं ना यार, so law told no deduction, it will be disallowed. Finally, salary payable where, or to a non-resident, without जितना पे करे उतना डिसअलाउ करेंगे, 100% डिसअलाउड यार। समझ में आ रहा है क्या बेटा दोस्तों? So in simple terms what I told is, if payment is made to a non-resident, if TDS is not done or done but not paid before due date of return of income, क्या होगा बेटा, 100% disallowed। रेजिडेंट है तो क्लैरिटी आया, हाईजैक समझ में आया, 194M समझ में आया दोस्तों, एवरीबॉडी। चलो guys, that's all. Balance will take for tomorrow. This is a story of PGBP. We still have some more very important sections to talk, which we'll discuss in next class. ठीक है बेटा? Thank you so much. Take care. मिलते हैं. Bye bye.